who's on your Mount Rushmore of wrestlers? Do you even have a?
If I can't, am I allowed to say me 4 times, or is that inappropriate? So if we're not saying me 4 times,
subscribe to the podcast, KFC Radio on YouTube. Bang.
No.
Get the fuck out, Brandon.
All right, Brandon.
Nobody needs you anymore. Nobody needs that guy around. I commend you for putting up with him and tolerating him as long as.
Dude, it's not easy.
You,
you know,
no,
we
it's
deal
not.
with people from the sticks.
Yeah, well,
fucking rough.
It's a miracle he can read or write.
Where are you from, my friend? He is definitely illiterate.
I am a Westchester guy. I'm a New York guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Are you 516 guy or 631?
I'm 516.
Okay, good, because 631 trashes.
We don't
deal with that kind of people. Yeah, no, we don't do that.
What happened to your neck, boss?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got I got a long litany of injuries without any good stories for them.
You're a professional wrestler?
I've had 3 shoulder surgeries, neck surgery, and my lower back with no, I'm not a professional wrestler. I didn't play football. I'm just a bag of bones.
You're just drinking a lot?
My first injury was my freshman year. Let me just talk about that.
Oh, my apologies.
I was sleepwalking.
Okay.
And it's, that's the worst story in the world. It's embarrassing. I fucked my shoulder up. It was freshman year. I never rehabbed it. I kind of yanked my back. I needed surgery. Next thing you know, I'm fucking 38 and I'm like a.
You just got to drink more milk, man.
You know what? It's almost impossible for me to drink more milk than I do. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm a milk guy.
You're a milk guy?
I'm a huge milk guy.
You got a little milkmaid here. I like it.
Congratulations are in order, right? Just got engaged?
Yeah. It's
like
pretty crazy.
You're 26, right?
Yes.
Bonehead move.
So, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I'd agree with you.
Yeah.
If this wasn't my fucking world and she's just living in it. Yeah. I'd agree with you. I do whatever the fuck I want.
Okay.
And she knows that.
Yeah.
Okay? She's lucky. She's lucky.
Well,
now, she's a beautiful girl, don't get me wrong. Red hair, fat tits, big ass, abs.
Everything you
beautiful
want.
face. Look her up on Instagram. Naomi Rosenblum.
A name like Naomi.
Yeah. And also Rosenblum, obviously a part of the tribe.
Sure.
I had to do what's right for my grandma so she wouldn't faint.
I'm sure it was. What do you call your grandma? Your grandma is a Bubba
Mamu.
Not. Was it
Mamu.
Mamu.
Oh,
yeah. So you got to make her happy.
Oh God, yeah.
Before
you can't upset Mamu. Heads will roll.
The tribe is. You guys are an interesting bunch.
For sure.
I've got a couple in my family, and they're just the camp. Do you have camp friends? Did you meet her in camp?
So, I did not meet her in camp. Did I go to camp? Absolutely. I'm Jewish. It's required.
Your parents just say, see you fucking later.
Deuces.
I'll see you in 3 months, bro.
Once you become an adult, you realize how intelligent of an invention it is. And then you think to yourself, why are all these non-Jews parents not doing the same thing?
So when I had kids, the Jews they've got 2 things down. I got a lot of things down. Banking, the weather, they do a bunch of things. Night nurses and camp.
It's incredible.
And when I first had my kids, I was like, no, they're my kids. I got to take care of them at night. I got to be there when they're crying. I got to do that work. And then once I got past it, I was like, why the fuck?
Yeah, this is hard.
Wouldn't I just pay someone to do that?
Yeah.
And then camp. See you on Labor Day.
That's what I'm going to do with this Naomi chick. I'm just going to have her pop them out, and then
see you later.
It's easy.
Go do archery for 3 months in the fucking Catskills.
Have fun in the summer.
The Long Island is an interesting place where it's either all class,
sure,
or complete.
To me, it's the most magical place in the world.
Yeah,
genuinely.
Yeah,
as long as you stay on the right side.
Yes,
that's it.
Yes,
we don't go to the other side.
But the other side does have.
Don't get me started on Queens. Now, if you go further enough on the other side,
you come out the other end.
Exactly.
It's like you loop back around.
Exactly. Then you're back in the most magical place in the world.
Because the people who are on the right side, or I guess the left side in this case, are the people going further out to all the way out. It's that middle ground that really is the problem.
Because we all know to stay away from it.
Right.
So you're either close to the city and you're intelligent.
Right.
Or you're really far away from the city, so you're just secluded.
Because you've made enough money and you're gone.
You're just gone.
Yes.
Screw everybody. And then there's the middle.
Which is really life when you think about it. It's the middle
100%.
ground. You know, it's the
100%.
people. There's the salt of the earth working hard.
Yes.
There's the people who made their money, and it's the douchebags in between.
Nickname.
Salt of the earth. Yeah. I mean, you look it very much.
I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
People tell me I'm like an honest. You know what I always get? Handsome, funny.
Absolutely.
Honest.
Great in bed.
Constantly told that I'm humble. People just stopping me in the streets telling me how humble I am. It's intense, but somebody's got to do it. I'm a martyr, I guess.
You are. I'm 38, so
yeah,
I
you
grew
look
up
a little old. Respectfully.
Yeah, no, I mean, as long as I still have hair on my head, I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
So I grew up, like Saturday morning type wrestling, Hulk Hogan, all that shit. But the Attitude Era was what grasped me as, I think to this day, the Attitude Era might be but all of entertainment. Like Like the best group of entertainment week in and week out. Because like there's movies and TV shows that you like, but the fact that it was every single week at the level it was at before, you know, it was that perfect spot. The internet wasn't really the big thing yet. No, you didn't have to worry about any fucking censorship, all that shit, you know? And then I kind of dwindled off, whatever. And you've been the first thing that has pulled me back in to be like, I got to check out what's going on.
Because I am Attitude. And this is what I like to tell to people. I think the Attitude Era was the best era of wrestling until right now, because right now has me. And I say that with love and respect, and I say it humbly. I genuinely feel I'm the most excited thing to happen to professional wrestling in over a decade. Everyone in my industry, you mind if I just spit out this mint?
Absolutely, dude.
Everyone in my industry, you know, they all want to just tiptoe around the line. If this is the line, I don't just step over it. I'll fucking jump over it. Because what people want is somebody who's honest, open, not afraid to speak their mind, and that's me to a T. I'm not fake. I'm not phony. I'm as real as it gets. And I think now more than ever, that's what professional wrestling needs, and I think that's what All Elite Wrestling brings to the table every single week, Wednesday nights on TBS from 8 to 10 p.m.
I think it needs someone who's paid their dues and worked on the independent circuits for like 10, 20, 30 years.
That sounds disgusting.
Grinded it out. And you know, working on those independent shows.
You know, I think it's funny because there's this weird fantasy about like, I need to see a guy in the ring who like just couldn't get it done for years, had to grind it out, like what you're saying, and they wear black trunks and kick pads and they have the charisma of drying paint. Like, that's cool. If that's what you're into, by all means, you be into that. That's not what I bring to the table. I got signed on to a top brand in the world of professional wrestling at only 22 years old. I am now 26. After being on national television for only 3 years, I am one of, and this is a fact, facts don't care about your feelings, look up the numbers if you don't believe me, I'm one of the biggest draws in the entire business at 26 years old. And I'm not one of the guys that, I call it grapple fucking, and what grapple fucking is, these guys walking out all sweaty with no personality. I don't care. You don't care. Nobody in their right mind cares.
Don't care.
Everyone on Twitter pretends they care, but then I come out and they lose their shit. So, truth's the truth.
I think there's something like, again, to talk about, there's two sides and the middle is the problem. There are the guys who some of their technical wrestling can like wow you. Yeah. High flyers, whatever. You know, there's something to be said for that. But it's about mic work. It's about what the promos you cut. It's about the humor. It's about the attitude.
I don't like to use the P word, by the way.
What's that?
Oratory exhibitionist. I don't use the P word. That sounds phony to me.
Wait, what is this?
Promo. I don't use that word.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Phony. Yes, I understand. Right. But to me, that is like 99% of wrestling.
I agree.
And so anybody stuck in the middle talking about, you know, technical grappling, what are we doing here? This isn't the Olympics, man.
And I think in a way that's where wrestling fell off. And what I love about professional wrestling now is I feel like it's a cornucopia of all these different styles. It's every single different flavor of ice cream. And then you have a guy like me who's a superstar. I walk out there. I can do it in the ring or on the microphone. And I'll talk into the mic. And I give you no choice but to stay tuned in. And I feel like that's what makes me special. And what makes the company that I'm in right now currently, as long as they keep paying me the fat bucks, what makes my company special is they let me go out there and do that with zero hindrance.
Are they paying you the fat bucks?
It's fucking insane the amount of money I'm making right now. Because I took a break.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. Earned it.
I told my boss, I said, I want more money. He said no. I said, oh, word?
Yep.
Deuces.
That's what I mean. The all-time grades can do that.
Yeah.
We saw it here. We saw there was a couple girls running a podcast who were like, "All right, we're not doing an episode anymore." Guess what? They got paid.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Yeah.
Because if you're a draw, you're a draw. Now there's fakers out there that are like, "Well, I'll walk," and your boss will be like,
"Go ahead,
please."
Yeah.
Nobody fucking likes you.
Right.
I'm not one of those guys.
Right.
So I bounced. My boss realized over the summer that without MJF, there is no AEW, and he paid up. And I didn't have to sign a contract extension, so I'm a happy boy.
So you want to be a free agent in 2024?
I do want to be a free agent.
If they came to you with like a 10-year deal.
So, again, I'm going to wait till January 1st, 2024 because I'm an intelligent businessman.
Smart.
And I do foresee myself winning that AEW world title. And what happens if my contract goes up and I have that championship? If I'm Tony Khan, probably going to have to pay this guy a lot of money.
Yeah.
So,
do you even concern yourself with other federations, if you will?
Sure.
Yeah.
I concern myself where the money's at.
Yeah.
I'll go to a new company with a new founder with that no one's ever heard of if they're willing to pay me the most amount of money.
Why don't we just start MJF Wrestling?
I think that's an incredible idea.
Yeah.
And it's something that I have brought up.
Forget about this in-ring bullshit.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Let's be the next, forget about Tony Khan. Let's be Vince McMahon. Let's be the next Vince McMahon.
I do genuinely think that I'm a prodigy, and I say that humbly. And there's probably no one in the wrestling world that knows more or has a better wrestling IQ than me. I think someone's calling me. I'm going to hang up on them. Unless it's
let's see who it is.
Yeah.
If it's Naomi, we can talk to her.
Oh, it's my agent. Hold on. Brian, I'm in the middle of the KFC radio podcast at Barstool Network. We're doing this interview. It's live to tape. Do you want me to hang up, or do you want me to just have a conversation with you on the phone? This guy gets it. He's cool people. Do you want to just talk right now? All right. This is my guy, Dip. All right. You're Mage. Stay Mage. I'll talk to you later.
Member of the tribe.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if you have an agent who's not the member of the tribe.
Of course my agent's the member of the tribe.
You got an Irish Catholic agent.
Are you kidding me? You kidding me? Yeah, I got a Gentile agent. Get out of here, dude. What am I, nuts?
Insane?
Trying to make money here. So, no, of course I've thought about if there was financial backing, if somebody said to me, hey, MJF, you'll be the face of my company, and you make the decisions, you make the calls, you decide who gets to go in the ring, who doesn't get to go in the ring.
But why don't you want to be that guy?
Because the most important thing to me is money. And if I can make an absurd amount of money without having to be stressed out of my effing mind.
Yeah, so you just worry about yourself and nobody else.
The only person you should worry about is yourself.
Yeah,
and if anybody tells you otherwise, if anybody tells you otherwise, they're out of their mind.
Anybody who tells you otherwise is not rich or successful.
No,
because
they're full of it.
One thing I've learned in life is that if you're not a little bit of an asshole and you don't speak up and you don't look out for yourself, you're not getting anywhere. You're just not. See, it sucks. I don't want to be that way. You have to be that way.
Now, a lot of people have a problem with what I'm saying, which I find hysterical. But there's also, I have fans. So I'm the wrestling devil. I call my fans devil worshippers. And my devil worshippers, they love me because they know that I'm not throwing bullshit. Now, I could be a happy-go-lucky guy. I could sit down in this chair and be like, love everybody. Everyone's important. Teamwork. That's not what I'm about.
No.
Because that's bullshit.
Right.
And they're just saying that to save face. What I'm about is making the most amount of money I can in the shortest period of time with putting in the least amount of work. So I can retire at like 38 and never have to fucking look at anybody.
That was a low blow, man.
No offense.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You're figuring it out. You're figuring it out.
We'll get there eventually.
You're figuring it out.
I would probably then counter saying that professional wrestling is not the easiest gig out there.
Depends how you do it.
I guess so.
So for me,
when was the last time you wrestled?
4 months ago. I'm an attraction, just like Andre the Giant, for a very different reason. I am not over 7 feet tall.
Right.
Nor do I want to be. When I bend over in the morning when I wake up, I'm taller. But that's neither here nor there. So for me, I only wrestle when it's necessary. And people will literally punch their own grandmother in the face if they get to see MJF wrestle a match because it's such a rarity.
Yeah.
And it's a huge ratings play.
Really, when you think about it, it's supply and demand. You wrestle every week. Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a shit? And that's what these little grapple fuck guys do. And that's why I am already at 26 years of age smarter than literally everybody in the industry.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, it's not a smart bunch, though.
Oh, my God. I work with complete morons. You kidding me? They're all slack-jawed idiots. Mouth-breathing marks. Disgusting, grotesque. Sorry. I don't want to go off on a tangent here. But yes, you're 100% right. They're all dumb.
What was plan B for MJF?
There was no plan B.
People say that.
Let me tell you something. There was no plan B. I find plan Bs to be very, very, very stupid. They just get in the way of plan A. I feel that way because if there's any part, this is real. This is me, 100% authentically me. As I always am. I'm salt of the earth, baby. If there's any part of you that allows for plan B, that means that you're not using all of your time on plan A. And if you're not selfishly using all of your time on plan A, then that means plan A is not going to happen. I missed birthday parties. I missed births. I missed bar mitzvahs. I missed bat mitzvahs. I missed weddings.
Did you have a bar mitzvah?
Of course I had a bar mitzvah. It's Maximania, baby. It's Maximania.
It
was a wrestling-themed bar mitzvah.
Really? Was it Maximania?
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
All the hottest chicks.
Oh, my God.
All the blow-up instruments on the dance floor.
It wasn't I'm sure you've been to a couple Sausage Fest bar mitzvahs.
Yeah.
There was a lot of chicks at this bar mitzvah.
Everybody hooking up. Just
loads.
Tons of pussy.
Loads. Speaking of loads, okay? We were all having a good time at my Max.
Bro, let me tell you, that is where the tribe really has it figured out. I'm a, 13-year-old Irish Catholic kid. I get confirmed. I got $400 worth of fucking savings bonds and a silver commemorative coin. And I'm looking at the Jewish kids raking in like $5,000.
You forgot about the part where you get inappropriately touched by priests.
I'm done with the Catholic
we definitely
Church.
have it figured out.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, you're this whole waiting for the Messiah thing. You guys kind of missed the boat on the Messiah.
It's plausible.
You probably made the wrong call on Jesus.
Yeah. So here's the deal. If Jesus was real, he was
well, Jesus was real. He was confirmed a dude.
If he was a Jew.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, you guys fucked that up.
But if he comes back, we'll apologize, dude. Sorry we killed you.
Yeah, my bad.
We were having a bad fucking day.
We
were having a bad day.
Yeah, it was a bad day. Coach had a bad call.
Also, not to be an asshole, all right? Guy gets strung up on a cross. Not great, right? But he died. He died fairly quickly. How many days was he on the cross for? No. This is a serious discussion. You're a Catholic boy. How many days was he on the cross?
I don't know exactly how many days it was.
Can you Google this for me?
Yeah.
Okay. He was out for 3 hours.
3 hours? I was going to say, I don't even think it's days.
Not
because what happened was they stabbed him.
Yeah, well, okay. If the guy had it coming, he had it coming. But listen, 3 hours, right? How long do you think my ancestors were sitting in the Holocaust in camps being fed bread like ducks? Was it 3 hours?
That one. No, it was longer than that.
So Jesus, you went through 3 hours of fucking pain. All right, my people have been through a lot.
That's a workout.
So
man.
I think you can forget us for yes.
It's like it's watching episode of Raw without fucking MJF. It's watching old WCW wrestling.
Watching AEW, which people had to do the whole summer long without MJF. That's what it is.
Disgusting.
100%.
Well, you're not like a family of wrestling, right? You're not like your father, grandfather. You're not one of those
first
guys,
gen,
right?
which is also why I think it's definitely very intriguing to people.
Yeah.
I don't come from this massive background or legacy. I've created my own legacy.
Yeah. What did your parents do?
So, my father makes paleo bagels. He's about to sell the company now and work for me. You're welcome, Steven. I honestly work him like a slave because he deserves it.
Well, he should.
He was the fucking shits growing up. Just a worthless fuck.
Well, what's
and
up
then
with
my slut of a mother, she runs to this day. She runs a steel company. She buys and sells steel. It's called B&S Aircraft Alloys. Go give them a 5-star rating on Yelp or whatever the fuck. It'll be the only positive thing that's ever happened in that whore's life.
Steel alloy?
Yeah. It's a B&S.
Did not see that coming.
Yeah. She sells steel to like the fucking military and to like aircraft suppliers.
She's like almost like a mass murderer.
I mean, if you think about it, but if there's one thing I learned from my mom, it's okay if people die as long as you're benefiting from it.
Well, who then makes you go on the Rosie O'Donnell show to sing like a fucking chump?
That was my mom.
Yeah, what a move that was.
So here's the
What'd
deal.
you sing? Tell the people what you sung.
So I sang "You Are My Sunshine."
You are my sunshine.
To a very obese, overweight, talentless woman who still owes me money for that appearance, and I've been calling her out on that now.
Cut the check, Rosie.
For years, Rosie O'Donnell. I know you got fucking money, dude. Not a lot, granted, because you keep getting fucking canceled left and right every single time you're on TV. Like, you know you're in bad shape if you can't even have, like, a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, Rosie needs to hang them up.
That bitch is done.
Hang up those boots, girl.
It's done. Fucking leave your boots in the ring. Take a fucking
Undertaker
shower,
style. Just wrap it up.
Sleep,
Walk away.
Rest in peace, brother. It's
who's on your Mount Rushmore of wrestlers? Do you even have
if I can't, am I allowed to say me 4 times, or is that inappropriate? So if we're not saying me 4 times,
yeah. Who's 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th?
So Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
This is tough. Roddy Piper.
That's like old school for you, though.
So yes and no. What a lot of people, people that know me and have listened to me speak, I think the reason why I'm so successful is because I'm such a huge student of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I prefer to watch 80s stuff over the Attitude Era stuff.
Really?
Because to me, that's when people were the most authentic in the history of the business.
Well, that's when people still thought it was real.
Brother, it is. It is when I'm in the ring.
Amen.
And it is when I'm holding the microphone.
That's for sure.
And that's why I'm such a fucking draw.
Yeah.
So Triple H, Roddy Piper. God, see, this is where it gets hard. Really hard for me.
I would cutting it down to 4. No matter what era you like.
I'd say Rock. I'd say Rock Austin, and I think that's fair.
So, but that you're leaving off an Undertaker. Then.
You're leaving off a lot of names.
Mankind. You're leaving off.
And I do that.
Hulk Hogan.
Fuck Mick Foley. I'm the most famous Long Island wrestler of all time. Mick Foley, get out of here, dude. Go take a nasty plunge to bed, dude.
What about Hulk Hogan though?
Hulk Hogan.
Give me your
Double
thoughts
H.
on Hulk.
There's been some controversy for him.
A little bit.
I don't know if you saw any of
bit.
that. So I got no comment on Terry Bollea.
Yeah. What about Vince?
Vince McMahon recently retired.
Yes.
Amidst a slew of interesting sentiments from a couple of different women.
It's a lot of money. Those were large numbers he was cutting.
Big bills. That's like MJF money.
Yeah.
So, is his legacy in full tarnished? Maybe. Did he put out some of the best professional wrestling in the history of the business? Absolutely.
I think he kind of, unless more is to come, I feel like he kind of skated. Like he's like he handled it right.
Look,
like I don't know, he retired, and that was it's not making headlines right now.
If people out there think he's miserable right now, and it's hard for me to believe, he's probably crying into a bed of money in his mansion in Connecticut. I think he's fine.
I think he
not that he should be if he did do all these horrible things.
Sure.
But if he did,
regardless, like it's not like he's in the middle of his prime anyway.
No,
it's like it's
he
an appropriate time.
He had a great run.
Yeah,
great run. Yeah.
What about maybe a future in politics for MJF?
You know, it's very interesting. I see myself acting. I see myself doing kind of what Cena, Batista, and Rock did. There's definitely a lot of feelers out there. I'm actually going to be heading out to LA, actually literally after Dynamite, for a lot of meetings. And there's definitely a lot of people interested in MJF.
What separates the people from wrestlers from like those three
that can do it?
Like why can The Rock, Batista, and Cena, and then
sure
maybe you will see.
So
break through.
You'll see. So when I walk into a room, when you listen to me talk, it's pretty obvious that I have something that we call in the industry it.
Yeah.
You either got it or you don't have it.
Right.
There's a lot of bumbling fucking morons at Barstool Sports.
Sure.
But most of these guys when they're on,
don't get me
a
lot.
Yeah. But most of these guys when they're on camera, there's someone about them. You're like, oh shit, I got to watch this guy. Mm-hmm. You know, whether it be you, whether it be Big Cat, whether it be El Presidente, definitely not fucking Brandon. Don't get me started on Brandon. That guy's the fucking shit. But you got it. I feel a person in my industry haven't had the amount of droves in it that I have had since Cena, Rock,
but see,
Batista.
Like, Batista, maybe I'm wrong because they did it, so maybe I'm an idiot. But, like, I understand The Rock. I don't understand Cena as much.
You don't find him charming and charismatic?
Well, I actually did when with the new thing he's doing. What's it called, Nick? The DC thing. Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad.
Oh, Cena, yes.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I thought he was great in that.
On HBO
yeah,
Max.
And that's the what's his fucking name?
Peacemaker.
Yes, Peacemaker. I started to get it. Batista, he's like the muscle in the fucking Marvel, but I don't think of him like when I see you on the mic, I get it.
Yeah,
I never saw that in Batista or really even Cena until.
If you watch the later years of Batista's career, you'll actually see that there was definitely most certainly a light bulb moment.
Yeah,
and I feel like now when you watch him in these movies, he has this really dry humor, and I think it translates really well on the screen.
Right.
Now, yes, when you look at Rock and Cena, I think it's a different type of charisma. Mm-hmm. You know, yes, Rock's like gigantic, but I don't think that's the reason why he's so appealing. He's just like this charming, charismatic guy that like grabs you by the face and makes you watch.
I'm on a quest to find one person to tell me a bad story about him.
Oh my god, I don't think you will.
Unless I get Vin Diesel in here, it's like the only hope. Every person I've talked to, I'm like, and I'm not telling you, I'm not trying to dig up dirt on the guy. Sure. I just want to say,
sounds like you are, but it's fine.
No,
it's
I just want to hear like he didn't hold the door for me one time.
Yeah.
You know, he got food for everybody and left me out. I don't know, just something, because everything I hear.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
But how can you be that big, successful, rich, whatever, and not have been like we said, you got to kind of be an asshole. I don't think I've heard one story of him.
So for me, another thing that I feel like makes me stand out. Do you know Don Rickles?
Yeah.
Okay. I fucking can't get enough of Don Rickles. Mm-hmm. I watch Don Rickles compilations on like YouTube. Mm-hmm. There was something about him. He was like this lovable piece of shit. And I feel like we haven't had that in Hollywood since. Mm-hmm. And we definitely haven't had it in wrestling in a while.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something that I enjoy.
So
I take it as a compliment.
Are you trying to be a piece of shit?
No. I think people definitely take me the wrong way, and I think I can rub people the wrong way at times. But I think
unsuccessful people?
Yeah.
Uninformed people?
Just jealous, uninformed losers that probably live in the middle of Long Island.
I mean, the middle of life, middle of Long Island.
You got it.
That's the last place you want to be.
They're mid. That was another thing. I said that in oratory exposition. I said the word mid, and then it blew up on like TikTok, and I saw no residuals for it.
You invented mid?
Dude, I literally, if you listen to that TikTok sound, they put the sound up and clip it. It's me.
Really?
Yes. Do you remember that TikTok sound?
I knew the TikTok sound of like mid, but I didn't know it was you.
It was me. Yeah, and I saw no residuals for it. So TikTok, if you're watching, pay the fuck up. You and Rosie O'Donnell were on my list.
Get that agent of yours or whoever, your business manager, doing that shit.
Gotta get to it.
I mean,
he's a good guy, but
not good enough apparently. There's plenty more in the drive.
He's a great guy, but I want my money. He's a great guy.
Are you popping out kids?
So, like I said, do I see it happening anytime soon? No. Do I have enough money to like have somebody else watch them until they get old enough for me to like pretend I care about them?
You can camp all year round.
Yeah, exactly. Camp, dude. Camp. Forget summer camp. It's just camp.
Just camp.
It's just camp.
It's summer, winter, spring, fall camp. Just fucking camp.
24/7
Who are you? You're my kid? Okay, great.
Yeah, great. Good stuff.
What is the move here January 1st, 2024?
I go where the money is. It's that simple.
Really?
I have no allegiances. I'm going to make
If it's
the
a
most money
dollar
I
more
possibly
from
can.
WWE, you're going.
Bye-bye. Or from Impact or from literally a startup company that hasn't existed yet. I am going where the money is.
What if it's not wrestling? Will you be a wrestler? What if you get an offer from Barstool Sports?
How much money are we talking? If you guys offer me more money than any of
How
these
much money
wrestling
would it take
promotions,
right now? What number would pull you away from wrestling?
We're in seven figures territory.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm already doing pretty damn well. So we're in more than just 1 billion. I'm not a fucking dweeb, okay?
Yeah.
We're talking like real money. Do I think you guys can probably afford that? I don't know.
I think you're right. I mean, I would never wrestle again if I were you. I think why even risk it? Do a podcast, do a show,
Look, if you guys can offer me more money than any of the big companies in the world of professional wrestling, there will be an MJ. It'll be fucking MJF radio. It's the hour after fucking KFC. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
have you ever thought about that? Like just doing like we said, it's about the mic.
So
and there's a fucking mic right here without
Sure.
Breaking your back and breaking your
You're
neck and
100%
busting
right.
your ass.
And I'm very entertaining and funny and witty and humble. If there comes a time, because here's how I look at it. I want to make the most money I possibly can while at the same time creating an everlasting legacy that people remember for years to come.
Mm-hmm.
I want, in a decade from now, to have you sitting in that chair and asking a young upstart wrestler, who's in your Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling? And they have no choice but to say my fucking name.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want. However, if the acting thing takes off to an immeasurable point by 2024, sayonara. If you guys offered me a stupid contract in 2024, sayonara. Because again, it's all about money. Would I like to create an everlasting legacy? Yeah, and honestly, it's possible that I could in a very short period of time. There are plenty of professional athletes that were only in pro sports for a very short period of time.
Quick.
Bo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great example.
Bo knows. Barry Sanders played for 10 years and was out.
Yep.
See you later.
So, look, we're talking semantics here. I'm open to wherever I will get paid the most money. And that's that.
What's your demo like? Are we talking all dudes? Are the devil worshippers chicks?
I do very well in female demo.
ladies.
I do very well in female demo.
Usually
male
the guys
demo.
who say that are the guys who do the best with the chicks.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
They see what I'm packing in my trunks. I wear these tight fucking boys, and they know what's going on. They can tell. I don't wear any underwear under my trunks.
I mean, why would you?
We got to bump the number.
I mean, why? I mean.
A lot of the boys do, and I'll tell you
pack
why.
it up.
It's because they don't want. They can't back it up.
They
dude.
can't back
they
it
don't,
up.
They don't want
they can't
people at
compare
home
to
to see what's
MJF.
going on.
Baby MJF is.
It's like a Ken doll, basically. It's just flat.
Jesus Christ!
Another
with
one.
this.
I think I'm just gonna turn this phone off.
I mean, who's this now?
Whoops, that was my other agent. Skiing. I wish I was kidding, man. I'm a busy boy.
When did you? So you're singing fucking "You Are My Sunshine."
5 years old, yeah.
You're getting beat up at school for this, I'm sure, right? Getting bullied around.
No,
you were the shit.
I was a god, dude.
Yeah.
People were like, "My mom said you were on that." I'm like, "Yeah, dude.
That's right. I'm
Big
fucking your mom
deal.
too. Yeah,
100%. Your mom wants it.
When did you
She wants
know?
some part of the maximum ride.
I mean, if you're on the Rodeo Donald show at 5, it's probably got to be pretty early. But when are you saying to yourself, like, in a legitimate way, I got something here. Like I'm not gonna just
In all
go
honesty,
to college and fucking work in a steel factory like
so
my mom.
my story's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I had a lot of D1 scholarship offers.
Football, right?
I was a middle linebacker, and I was fucking good. I broke the record in tackling at my high school, and I ended up going to a college. I can't legally say the name. You'll see why in a few. And after this is all real. You can look it up.
Yeah.
After we had what was called Hell Week, and in Hell Week, it's when they run you ragged.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to fucking break you.
Yeah.
And after a week, they told me they were considering starting me as a freshman.
And that's when you know.
I didn't get excited. And I was like, what? Story gets crazy. I was like, why don't you, like, this is what you've been working towards. But deep down, I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to be Piper, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I go to my dorm room. The guy that I was dorming with was also vying for the same position, but was a freshman and was like probably going to be sixth string. Like he wasn't all that great.
Right.
And I look at him and I go, I don't know if I want to do this, man. And he said, okay, and he left the room. And I was like, that was a fucking weird reaction.
Mm-hmm.
The next day I get called into the coach's office. He narked on me.
Oh, what a snitch.
So the coach looks at me. He's got his big fat fucking belly on the counter,
Uh-huh.
right? Fucking got a cigar in his fucking hand. He's just like, we spent a lot of time, money, and effort to get you here. He's like, I think you're just homesick. And I was like, I took offense to that.
Yeah.
I was like, definitely not homesick, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I want to do with my life, and I'm not sure if I want to.
Just the fact that I'm not enamored with you and what
Yeah.
you do is
Yes.
Imagine that, like you somebody considers something else in life, and you're like, it must be.
Yeah.
It can't possibly
Yeah.
be that you just have different aspirations.
100%.
Yeah.
And so this guy was like bewildered. It should have been an honor for me, and I'm not saying it wasn't, but it's not what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at him. I said, I don't know if I want to spend the next 4 years of my life doing something that I'm not fully like invested in.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at me and he said, well, we can't have you go. And I was just like, what does that even mean? He's like, I'm going to assign you an accountability buddy. And dude, in walked a gigantic offensive lineman named Sal Levanti, mastodon of an Italian man, not Jewish. In case you were wondering, Sal Levanti, not a member of the tribe,
Not a member,
and not from Long Island, not even the middle. So, and he followed me everywhere. Dude, followed me everywhere for 2 straight days. And eventually I waited till like the wee hours of the night. I hopped in my car and I drove home.
No one back.
And my Jewish parents were not happy at all. My mom was like, what the fuck are you doing here, Max?
Yeah.
What the like screaming, leaves the room. My dad looks at me and he's like, dude, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing? And I was like, I'm going to be a famous professional wrestler.
Really?
I looked at him just like that.
Yeah.
Like a fucking nut job.
Yeah.
And he was just like, okay.
And that's only what? Like, you're 26 now, you were 18 then?
I was 18.
Yeah, it's not that long
So
ago.
then
It's crazy.
I found a wrestling school in my area that was in Long Island. It's called Creative Pro Wrestling.
So, are you, like, when I was growing up, we
Yeah.
would fucking, I'd jump off my my fucking desk at, like, the top rope onto my
Sure,
bed.
sure,
We're
sure.
wrestling in the backyard in the snow. Were you doing that kind of shit? Or
of
like,
course.
Like,
I had a trampoline fed,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like, we'd wrestle on the
So you're
trampoline.
doing, like,
me
backyard
and my
wrestling. I
buddies
think,
back
actually,
then.
I fucked my neck up. I gave myself a tombstone once, and I think that's where all my
Do you
troubles
think that's
began.
where everything started?
I
huh?
fucking just...
It's a dangerous sport.
It's no joke,
Even
dude.
if it's a trampoline. And what people don't realize is the ring is not bouncy.
No.
It's comprised of metal beams, wood, and a thin mat.
Yeah.
And that's
that
it.
shit sucks.
Oh, it hurts.
Why
Which is
do
why
this?
do it rarely.
Yeah. How many times a year you think you'll wrestle realistically over the next till January 1st, 2024?
Not much.
Yeah.
Not much. I'm a commodity. I'm a complete commodity. So when I do wrestle, it's must see TV.
So when did you meet Naomi?
So, this is also a funny story. Chock full of them, baby. So Naomi was good friends with somebody that was dating another wrestler. So,
Uh-oh.
and no, it's very interesting. And the guy's name is Brian Pillman Jr. He's a good guy. He's a great guy. Okay? He's a great guy. Love him. Young, hot upstart, blue chipper. And he was dating this chick at the time. And so allow me to give you some background on BP Jr. Great guy. So me and him were working for this promotion called MLW at the time.
Uh-huh.
I was young. I can't remember the exact age, but I was young. And not to say that I'm not young now, but I was younger. And almost monthly, he'd walk up to me and be like, man, MJF, I'm telling you, man. He's from like Kentucky or whatever the fuck. Man, MJF, I'm telling you, man, this is the one. This is the one right here. I'm telling you. I'm like, yeah, okay, Brian. And like, love Brian, but he's excitable.
Yeah.
And he would walk in and without hesitation or failure, it would always be a stripper. Always, 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 always. And after like 6 months of this, I'll give Brian credit. He slays with a woman. Like, good for him. But after like 6 months of this, we do a show in New York, and he walks in with a girl that looked normal. And I was fucking-fused. Made no sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have like weird fake balloon tits that scratched her eyes.
Yeah,
like she
yeah.
like a normal,
Right.
sane girl. So Brian walks away, and I walk up to the girl very respectfully. I go, "Excuse me, miss, are you a stripper?" She didn't like that.
Nah,
She didn't like that.
that does not go over
Which
well
is
with
like,
the ladies.
grow up, okay?
Yeah.
We all have jobs. So there's nothing wrong with being a stripper. So she turned around. She goes, "Excuse me?" I go, okay, maybe you didn't hear me. She's like, no, asshole. I heard you. She goes, I go to an Ivy League school. And I was like, I don't even know what I'm like, okay. Like, what is, you need to pay for school, right? So now the girl's giggling. And I was just like, I love Brian to death. You don't seem like the Brian type.
Right.
And she was just like, I think he's cute. And I go, cool. Do you have any, friends with better judgment? And she laughed.
That's a great line.
And she showed me a photo of the most gorgeous redhead I'd ever seen, and her last name was Rosenblum. And I went, and you have to understand.
It's like a spider sense.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But the thing is because I was on the independent circuit, not for a long time, but a long enough period of time, I had to wrestle in like Indiana, Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri.
You're not seeing
all
them.
These horrible places. There are no Jews. They don't even know what a Jew is.
You get New York, California, Florida, Israel. That's
Done.
It.
Yes.
That's it.
That's where we hide, right? So I was just floored. I was floored. And then I said, give me this girl's number right now. And the girl goes, you walked up to me and asked me if I was a stripper. Like, no. And I was like, come on, don't be a bitch.
Yeah.
So
don't be a cockblock.
Yeah, I said, don't you fucking, that's the worst. So she gives me the number. I don't text. I don't call. I FaceTime this chick.
Wow, right on the spot.
I FaceTime her. She was at work. So she walks out of her job. She goes, hello? I go, my name's Max. I'm taking you out on Saturday this week. And she paused. She went, okay. And she hung up. And then we went out.
No bullshit.
That's it. That's how it went down.
I for a second thought the girl was gonna be.
Everyone always
and
thinks
I was
that.
like, you know what? I don't know if the one would be a Brian Pillman Jr. type girl for me. I don't know if I could.
No.
So Brian Pillman Jr.
Great girl.
Beside you?
Great
Okay,
girl
I
that
don't
know. I interacted with. The girl's
sure.
Great girl.
Right.
But not the one. The one is Naomi.
And she handles all your shit, huh?
What's that?
I would imagine it takes a special kind of girl to.
She's brain dead, but she's hot. She's hot. Yeah, she means well. She's a fantastic artist. She paints, and a lot of people.
And you're
buy
willing
her
to just
pieces
hang it
online.
up and not. I mean, I would imagine where MJF goes, he can slay anywhere.
It is what it
Doesn't matter.
She's got to deal with it.
Yeah.
You want to hang out with daddy, you got to deal with daddy shit. It is what it is.
I love it, bro. So it's for now AEW, and the future, whoever cuts the biggest check.
Could be Barstool Sports, could be ESPN, could be the acting career calling.
What about if it's
another
just
company.
Again? What if it's not a company? What if it's just you? I mean, you're in a world right now.
I would need a financial backer that was willing to pay me more money than everyone that we were referring to, and then I'm in.
You wouldn't want to go down the model of like, because right now, you don't need a company. Your fans pay you. You have subscription models. You have merch. You have all sorts of other shit.
Yeah.
Would you?
It's not the same as having a consistent
I agree.
check and a contract. I'd imagine you're signed to a contract.
Yeah, see, well, it's actually interesting because I actually think there's a lot of parallels between what Barstool does and what wrestling does.
Enlightenment.
Yeah. Well, I just think that a lot of the same mic work, whether it's a podcast or it's you have it. You have it. Whether it was writing blogs, like you read a blog, it was fucking funny, or it wasn't. Podcast, video I mean, literally, some of the best people here have said, like, I've modeled myself after wrestling and all that shit, because I think it's either you either got it or you don't.
Bingo.
But I also, a lot of people, it's very similar to stand-up comedy as well, and a lot of people in that world, they sell their own tickets, they host their own podcast, they host their own subscription service, they sell their own merch, they are just their own entity without a paycheck. Here at Barstool, we do all that shit and we just get the paycheck for it. But those people, I think when you have it to the level you have, make a lot more money. If someone's paying you, that still means that there's still daddy who's taking a bigger chunk of that money.
Which is why you got to pay me a stupid amount of money if you want to keep me around.
But don't you think that there's still, all right, you're getting a stupid amount of money and he's just getting that much more.
And this is honest to God, this is the truth. I never want to have Tony Khan's job. I never want to have Triple H's job.
Even if there's more money for that, you don't want that.
The amount
that
of
responsibility.
bullshit you have to go through. The only thing I want to worry about is me. If you ran this whole company, wouldn't that stress you the fuck out?
I look at Dave and it's just like, no thank you.
No thank you. So if that means I get a difference in pay, but I'm getting paid just to be me and show up to work once a week, come on, dude.
Okay, but so what would be the number without putting a number on it, because businessman, January 1st, 2024, double your pay as a wrestler, triple your pay. If I offered you $1 billion,
so right
you
now,
would do it, right?
Well, of course.
Right,
Right now,
so
I'm making.
where's the number?
Honestly, right now, I am making I'm making a lot of money. I want to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I'm already making a lot of money, but I want to make a lot of money. So that way, like I said, no offense, you're a great guy. I can retire at 38 comfortably.
I think it's in your future, bro.
Appreciate that.
My man.
Yeah.
Thank
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll touch your hand. Give me 2 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you are deaf, dumb, blind, stupid, or poor, my name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I'm better than you and you know it. You can catch me every single week on AEW TV, whether it's Wednesday nights on TBS or Friday nights on TNT. So that's all. That's my plug. I'm now going to shake your hand, and then I'm going to look for some hand sanitizer. Not because I have a problem with you, but, you know, diseases and shit. It's been real.
Make sure you subscribe to KFC Radio on YouTube to get all the video content. Subscribe, comment, like, and make sure you turn on the bell notifications so you know whenever new video content drops.
I want to say something, but the video has to be fast, so that's it.